Today, I'm going to go over how I explain my fire alarm system design and installation to our clients. Not everybody has the technical mind that you do, so a lot of the clients don't want the technical explanation. What they want is the truth in plain English on how you're going to deliver the fire alarm system within their business and within the time frame. So when we lock in a fire alarm client or when we lock in a fire alarm project with a new client or building owner or anything like that, we give them our three-step approach. We explain what it does, why it's required, and how it helped them. When it comes to what it does, the statement is pretty much obvious. It's a life safety device that's going to enunciate to get the people out of the building if there's an emergency. Or if you have a fire, we're going to make sure we send that alarm signal to the central station so we get the fire department there to put the fire out to eliminate or mitigate the damage. Why it's required is because it's a life safety system to protect the property. Sometimes some properties are not always 24-hour man. People sleep at night. So there's smoke detection. There are things in place to make sure the building will always stay free from any emergencies like a fire or anything like that. So I pretty much sum it up to all my clients and just let them know a fire alarm system is your building emergencies voice system. It speaks when danger shows up. So just make sure you listen and follow the appropriate emergency actions whenever you hear a fire alarm system go off. So as I'm explaining the different types of functions when it comes to a fire alarm system, I don't use terms like NAC, SLC or IDLC circuits. I don't use those. What I typically say is I try to describe it in a way that they could actually understand it. So I'll just let them know typically everyone understand what an output circuit is. So I tell them the output circuit is the one that usually control other devices or it outputs a sound or flash the lights. I just try to give it to them in a layman's terms so that way they could see it in their mind on how the system actually operates. So you need to understand that the point is the customer need clarity. They need to be certain and not give them anything complex to have them in a state of confusion. I often use analogies when it comes to fire alarm control panel. I call that the brain. I call the wiring, the nervous system, and the end devices are usually just the end device, the smoke detector or the heat detector. And I would usually educate them on how these technologies actually work. So as long as I can approve my analogies as I'm talking to different customers, then it becomes more and more clearer on how I can explain how a fire alarm system will benefit them in their situation. Now, when it comes to trying to digest the codes from NFPA, local codes, fire department, and things like that, I usually just point them directly to the code book, and then I try to also develop an analogy to have them understand what the code is actually trying to interpret for their fire alarm system. Because if they're in a state of confusion of why they have to do certain things, they're not going to want to pay your price. They're going to give you some pushback. So if there's always clarity, the money will flow with no issues. I have the Offer Architect. It is a free tool that I use to help you create your own offer for whatever type of business that you are in. It will put you through a series of questions that you would have to answer these questions honestly and deeply so that way it can create your offer and tailor your whole marketing plan around it. That is called the Offer Architect. So I'll leave a link in the description inside the show notes. When you're speaking out loud, when you're speaking to people, or when you're interacting with others, clarity creates confidence. So always make sure you speak clearly and you speak confidently.